Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video. I'm Filippo and today we talk about look. It's not what you're thinking about. This is not a look recreation, pipeline look recreation, no tree. This will be more about what flavor, what look, what colors are already inside your image, how to thread them, how to work with them, and how to manage them. Because one key point that not everyone is getting is that you have to build a look based on the look that you got in your image. Because let's just think about the most common look that everybody knows, the overused look like the orange and teal. Can you make an orange and teal on a sunny shot made at noon? Maybe you can, but actually you can't. It will look like shit. And you don't want to, create something that it's not based on your image. So based on this fact, on this thing, I just want to take one single clip, make an analysis of how it's been worked, how it's been photographed, and based on that, imagine that I'm working with a client, that I'm talking with a client, I will come to the creation of a look. Because always remember, the look is already there. There is a production behind things, behind a shot, or if there is not a production, there is someone that made a thing not in a brainless way. You think, I want to do this thing because I want to achieve that goal. So keep that in mind, and based on that, let's jump inside Davinci Resolve.
Okay guys, so if you know me right now, you know that I'm not a fix it in post guy. I'm more, do whatever you have to do and then help it in post. And because post-production, it's not made to fix things. You actually can use it to fix things, obviously, but it's not made to fix things, but it's made to help things to go on their delivery and where they are intent to be. So in this video, I just took few clips with synced cinematography. The cinematography behind the shot is there for a sense. These clips were shot actually NDP'd by me, and this one I took this one from our grid, and I might say that it's the perfect one to start with, because I want to let you understand that there are too many videos that are talking about look recreation, but very less talking about helping the look that it's already there. So all those clips are sharing 3 or 4 notes, on adjustment notes. I just drag the offset down for this one and for this one, and the other one just have IDT, okay, conversion show that it's turned on right now with negative stock, but we can turn that off, and an ODT. And what I did for all this clip is just converting the color space into 𝗬𝗓𝗍, remaining inside 𝗬𝗓𝗍, and delivering from 𝗬𝗓𝗍 to Rec 709. Okay, really simple for all those clips. And I might turn off the show lot, and this will already let you understand that if you got an image like this shot on red, want to convert it on Rec 709 and just make the conversion, you can see from there that the look is already there, colors are there, and the cinematography actually did the job. So what's the point of the video? The point of the video and the thing that we're gonna see right now are actually two. I'm gonna be back inside 𝗬𝗓𝗍. We wanna cover two things. First one is how to manage a clip that already have an intended look in a really simple way, because we want to maintain things simple. And as every time I say this, I can tell you that you can split around in groups if you have multiple clips, in giant groups or in little groups, your correctors, or just use it singularly with your image. And also what I want to tell you is how to read an image and how to read the cinematography and the color that you got in it. So I just want to start from this one. As you can see from the conversion, everything is being well exposed, well balanced. And so bypassing the show light, what I'm doing here is just converting my color space, and from this color space I'm just delivering to the output color space. So by using the Look Designer software, I'll be doing this with this and then without this. I'm just choosing a negative stock, and as you can see, by choosing a different negative stock, it will take a pretty different flavor based on this film stock, but the look will remain intact. So the blues will change a bit the hue, the oranges will change a bit the hue, but everything will stay stuck into this word because it's intended to be, made in this way. You can change the negative intensity, okay? You can go on the ODT and just select a print option. So let me say S2, go with the scopes and select your intensity. The print stock, if you want one, that might be too hard. And decide the intensity, and on the post-processing on the FP, that's limited, based also on the vector scope, whatever you have to limit it and you want to limit it. Exact same thing should have been done just by passing the 𝗠𝘀 and just doing a parallel, and based on whatever you got here, you might have done, it's like the same thing, just by cranking up bar rate. I want to take my pipette and qualifier and just read where my colors are on the scopes and just know where to go. So you can maybe clean up the situation a bit or worm it. Okay, and by worming it, I might take the darkest area and bring back something. Do the same thing on the log. And just open a bit the range. So what I intend to be here is just by looking at the shot, you can make few tweaks around and just decide where to place your wheels based on what you already got here. And that's a key point. It will be creating a look or another based on what you already got there. What you don't want to do is going opposite to what already is there, or to just overdo things around. I think that we might do here, just create another corrector and just say, okay, maybe, I just want to crank everything down except for the projector here. So just invert this, a really wide window, okay, and exaggerate this, and maybe create a parallel and crank up a bit that ray. So go maybe there, okay, from this spot zone, and just create another window here, and just let me do something like this, really simple, really quick, but just let you understand this. So you can treat around things to help and enhance cinematography, but about the look is already there. So really quick, by passing on the other clip, again, before the IDT, prior to the IDT, I just want to adjust it by offsetting it down a bit, like there, okay. And opening the 𝗠𝘀 will be the same thing. I will be selecting random negative stock, and you can see that the old flavor changes a bit, okay. So in a situation like this where everything is really lighted up, you can help it just a bit with the creation of the look. So I might say that up here, going on subtractive color, we might play a bit with the cyan by cranking a bit of cyan up, adding some of the cyan with the subtractive color method, and with the push and pull, pushing this down a bit, okay. Maybe too much cyan, a bit less, okay. And then on the ODT, by creating a contrast, we'll be creating contrast, and with the print stock we'll give back a bit of a flavor from the color that we already got there. I'm gonna enable the FP, and for this one, maybe an extra window might be really good. So again, create a window, crank it a few stops down, invert it, and just doing the same thing we did on the previous one. Okay, so you're just helping cinematography. The flavor is already there. Again, I can deactivate the show light, create a parallel, and do it myself. And by the way, guys, I'm doing this with a look designer, but you can do the exact same thing with the color space transform. Okay, that will be the exact same thing. What I'm doing here with the IDT and the ODT is just transcoding what I'm doing from one color space to another. That's the exact same thing that does the color space transform. And in the middle, I'm just creating in a custom way or with look designer my own look. So again, here I might say, okay, maybe there's a bit of a messiness with the color around, so I might want to crank everything on the blue side just to cancel something that I got on that middle area right here with the gamma, so it'll be opposite to the color that I am reading, that I got. And I'm cool with the blacks. These are fine with me. I might crank them a bit down. And with the gain, I just want to go on the orangey yellowish side like this and create a bit of contrast with contrast. I'm playing a bit with the pivot. Okay, so we are not messing around too much. We're just helping what we got in order to create the look. The exact same thing that I've done in few seconds with one corrector should have been done with look designer. Okay, in the same way, just by going around, selecting a negative stock and play with a bit with subtractive color and the creation of the look in the same exact way. So again, another clip, same thing. We got colors there, everything is there. So I just adjusted the exposure just a bit, show light, same thing. Again, and you can see that if you want to just stick with the print emulation, with the negatives, you can just see how the colors pop in a really simple way, in a really, custom way based on the film. So we can just play with intensity, going on the ODT, or this one I might go with the codec. Okay, really cool. And maybe with the print option, stick with the same one. Look how colors pop out. And that's just everything that we got there. 5 seconds to make this, and it really is incredible. And the same thing, show light, blah blah blah. We can help the same thing. You just have to read what you got from the power rate and from obviously the vector scope, and just interpret it. Okay, interpret it and help it. Okay, and again, same thing. I want to help the highest areas, but at the same time preserve what I got there a bit more on the magenta side. And on the darkest area, I just want to be a bit down and maybe a bit cooler or warmer. Let's set it up on the mid zone. Okay, we might window something around, but I want to go on the next clip because this is big. Okay, so by the way, you got it. Okay, few tweaks. It just has to help the look that is already there and not mess too many things around. Next one will be this one. Okay, this is a big one because when I dropped this in my color grading masterclass, tons of students were like, everything it's so blue. How can make this, how can normalize this? Okay, so just gonna bypass for this one look designer. I will do it all by myself. The ODT was just transcoding, so I'm not selecting printing options and things around. Okay, and the negative stock is not selected. So people here were like, everything is so blue. So let me contrast this a bit. Everything is so blue. How can I, make everything natural? And that's the point of this video. You don't have to. If the image has been shot in this way and the colors are in this way, if the director didn't say to you something like, you know, we shouldn't have shot this in this blue color. You might say to him, so why you do? That might have been a problem. They might not. Maybe the RGB were broken and everything was stuck, you know, on blue. And then, okay, you just have to fix it. But 99% of the time, if the color is there, you just have to be and stay there, okay? So you just want to read blues and say, okay, let's go on the opposite way. And actually, in this way, it will be better doing this with the offset, by the way. Let's go in the opposite way. And as you can see, start balancing things around. And then do the same thing with the shadows and do the same thing with the lift. Okay, but that's not the point. What you don't want to do is exactly this. So you just want to peek things around and just cancel what were there. You want to help it. So again, there, crank up the contrast a bit, the pivot, and that's a problem that tons of you guys got when you start, you know, color grading. You think that you have to overdo things around. Most of the colors don't even touch the gamma wheel. They just have to crank down a few things in order to make it appear as it is intended to be. And stop. Nothing more. Even there, I might say that we might have done another window here, power window here, and just isolate the center situation from the rest of the image. Invert it. Just crank this down a bit. Nothing more. The look is there. You just don't have to overdo things around. And I'm really pissed when I see all, you know, look recreation. That's not the mindset that you gotta have. You don't have to think about, should it whatever you do, we'll do the Interstellar look in post. No. That's not as it is. Interstellar were Interstellar because it has been shot in that way, and then the colorist have the look. It helped the look. It worked in order, you know, to make the look proper. That's a fact, okay? So let me make a pearl, and in this pearl I'll be actually cranking a bit up the upper part. And so as you can see, it's just about helping it. And that's where you want to go, okay? A really strong note tree that it's working and that it doesn't have to let you make too many things around, but just helping what already is there. The last one to let you understand this thing will be really big. So, John Wick-like scene that I made for my color grade, for my cinematography masterclass 2 years now, I might say. Same thing. I want to deactivate the show LUT. I just want to create a parallel there too. I'm gonna crank down the gain. So look what I have to do here. I'm gonna crank down the gain. I'm gonna crank up the contrast. A bit up the lift. I don't want to break this, or better, a bit up the shadow. Okay. And look at this. I'm gonna saturate that also a bit. A few points. Moving the pivot. A bit more contrast. And guys, here we got it. We got the look. It's already there. Few moves around to make everything stand still. Everything that we already got stand still where it is. We want to help it. Okay, let's do it. What we got here? We got cyan, so that's around the midpoint. We got those really strong areas on the oranges side. So let me crank the pivot a bit on the opposite side. Let me go on the gamma. Go a bit on the cyan side. Let me take the gain and going a bit on this orangey side. Maybe too much, just a little touch like this. And with the lift, or better. No, I'm okay with the darkest areas, but with the shadow, I might clean it up just a touch in this way. Here it is. A few tricks to help it. And yeah, maybe there another window. A little curve adjustment. Again, guys, when I do those tricks with the curves, it's just to those moves. There are no tricks with the curve, just to make it quicker for you. Again, vignette it a bit. It's even too strong, by the way, here. So I'm outputting in this way and feather it out even more. Like this. And there you got. So guys, that's the key point. When you got a image that it's working and that already got a cinematography inside it, you just have to help it. You don't want to mess around too many things. You don't want to make extra things if you don't need to, okay? And again, I use Look Designer here, or went by my hand, you know, as I felt this. You can do it in the same way with Look Designer. By the way, you got a discount code down in the description of this video, or you can just go with the color space transform. Okay, really simple. And again, as always, you can split those things in groups, so you can just be super organized. This time we haven't been making too many things around, too many masks, too many things, because we don't need to. And again, this video was about creating looks with images that already talk to you, that already got cinematography. We will be talking about, you know, image that doesn't have, you know, specific emitters or specific lights or a specific cinematography, because here we got a specific cinematography and we are talking about that, about helping the look. But stick with me and stick with this singular fact. You should, and you are, and you will be working 99% of your time in your life with clips that are there for a reason, and you have to respect that thing. You have to respect cinematography. You have to respect the decision, the artistic decision, why a thing is there, why that color is there, why he's dressed up in this way with these colors. Okay, that all makes sense. If you have an image that it's working, let it work. Okay, don't overdo things around. That's the first rule. Okay, thanks again for being here.
So guys, hope you liked the video. Hope this triggered something in you, even because there is a lot of misunderstanding behind the look recreation or look creation on look stuff things around YouTube. So be ready to hear from the production, to read the image, to talk to the director, talk to the DP, talk to whatever had done the image, do your interpretation on the mood, and create something beautiful. Until the next time. Oh, and wait a second. Again, on November 7th, color grading and advanced grading masks doors shut down forever. I said before, these masks will be available just for my students and for the ones that will join till November 7th. These courses will remain exclusive just for the students that are joining in right now, and after November 7th they will be closed permanently. Because after 2 years of these two masks, I'm looking forward on new things, and I'm gonna create new exciting stuff, and actually want to maintain some exclusive things for all of you. By the way, all the links are below. Everything you need is below. Until the next time, be brave and make it better.